In today's video, I'm sharing with you 10 bad habits that are holding you back as a man. Welcome to Dapper Up. Life can be tough, but being a man is even tougher. Be a man, From the moment you wake up, it's a flood of non-stop decision making, grind, and hustle. The stereotype role as a provider, the traditional expectation to portray masculinity, to suppress his emotions and seek dominance, or avoiding any vulnerability at all, have led to patterns and habits holding us back as men. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck in the same old patterns, if you're craving growth, then this video is for you. Let's dive in. Bad habit number 1, a passive mindset. A passive mindset is when you let things just happen to you without taking much action or control. For example, imagine that you have a goal to get fit. However, you're just sitting around thinking or hoping that it will happen without taking any action, like going to the gym or even doing a home workout routine or watching your diet. On the other hand, having an active mindset is when you take charge of your life and actually work towards your goals. So instead of just sitting around hoping to get fit or to make money and blaming everyone around by yourself, example, your parents or your environment or the country you live in, for how your life currently looks like, you make a plan to exercise regularly, start some form of business, or get a job, and then you proceed to track your progress. So, in essence, a passive mindset is like being a passenger of your own life, while an active mindset is like being the driver of your own life. So taking action rather than sitting down and hoping that things would happen to you by lack of faith or prayer is what you should have as a young man who wants to progress in life. I am a Christian, and although faith and prayer are important in our lives, we know that faith without works is dead. If you don't like where you are in your life, then, well, do something about it. Bad habit number 2 holding you back: video games. From a very young age, I started playing video games. I remember back in JHS, since I didn't have a console of my own, I used to save my lunch money and then after school, go to the game center, play till it's evening. And when I returned, you are sure to receive some disciplinary action from your dad or mom, but that didn't stop me from going the next day. Well, if you're a young man planning to get ahead in life, then breaking the video game habit is crucial because it is time consuming. Video games take a significant amount of our time because as a gender always looking for something to conquer, we end up playing leagues and competitions when it comes to video games. In the virtual world, you are able to connect to others online and play video games. This takes away a lot of time for more productive activities like your education, career development, or personal growth. I remember back in the university, I could play video games throughout the night, and then when it is morning and it's time to go to class, I'm so tired, hence I skipped some classes. And well, we all know the end result. Moreover, spending a lot of your time playing video games means you isolate yourself, and this prevents you from developing real life skills like communication, problem solving, time management, and more, which are very crucial for your success in life. Again, your health and well-being could also be at risk. So please wise up. Bad habits number 3, alcohol and drugs. Aside the fact that substance abuse is a serious threat to your physical health and mental well-being, The risk of addiction is also very high because of the temporary feeling of euphoria, pleasures, or escape from reality that they provide. Your cognitive function, that is your memory, your problem solving, and decision making abilities, are also impaired by drugs and alcohol. Some men have made very costly mistakes under substance influence, not forgetting the relationships you can strain with your support system like your partner, your family, your children, and friends because of alcohol and drugs. So if you're a young man willing to level up in life, then you have to really be careful of alcohol and drugs, not forgetting the legal and financial consequences. Next is sedentary lifestyle. In these days of remote work and with people sitting at their desk or by their computers all the time to get work done, it is very easy to fall into a sedentary lifestyle, that is prolonged hours of inactivity. This can lead to serious health problems like obesity, heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, and even bad posture. Physical activity, on the other hand, releases endorphins, the neurotransmitters that promote feelings of happiness and well-being. Oh yes, I did a little biology. Physical activity like exercising also improves your sleep quality and cognitive functions, reducing stress and keeps you mentally sharp. So you need some physical activity as a young man who wants to progress in life. Next bad habit, pornography. Look, these people are actors, and in an attempt to keep you hooked, they do so many things like different positions, shooting videos at different angles, and even add editing tricks. So when you consume such material as a young man, you build up distorted and unrealistic perceptions about sexual relations, which affects how you perceive intimacy, consent, and healthy sexual behaviors in real life relationships. So you start having issues with your wife because you are expecting her to do what those actors were doing on the screens, forgetting the number of pauses and cuts they went through to get you that material you consumed. It's like watching a wrestling match which is scripted and acted and trying to practice it. At least for them, they ask us not to practice or try it at home. When a young man consumes too much pornography, he also gets mental health issues, including depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem because you are comparing yourself or your performance to those actors you see on the screens. Moreover, pornography can be addictive. Hence, you end up spending significant amounts of time and energy that could be channeled into something more productive. Masturbation. While some schools of thought believe and accept that this is a healthy and normal aspect of sexuality because it helps with self-exploration and sexual expression, look, young man, once you start, it only gets worse. Trust me. Masturbation can interfere with your concentration, focus, and cognitive performance. You risk being preoccupied with sexual thoughts, something that you go through already at some points of our young lives. So why make it worse? And when you are not focused, your academics suffer, your performance at the workplace suffer. And even as a young married man, once you believe that you can take care of business by yourself, it begins to have a negative toll on your marriage, on your relationship with your wife, because you end up losing sexual interest in her, or you get dissatisfied with your romantic relations with her. So be very careful. Also, because of its addictive nature, masturbation can become compulsive, which can cause irritation to the boys down there or even soreness. And if you're a Christian like I am, or someone religious, then the feelings of guilt, shame, or anxiety are not good for your self-esteem, are they? Moving on to the next bad habit, sleeping late. When you continuously sleep late, it affects your body and brain negatively. Your memory, concentration, and problem solving ability are impaired. You become less alert and slow to react. Hence, you stand a high chance of making mistakes or risking accidents in tasks that require attention and sharpness. Just think about it. On nights that you don't sleep well and you wake up to go about your daily activity, throughout the day you are not in the mood for anybody, as you are easily agitated, frustrated, or even emotionally sensitive than usual. Like we were the ones who asked you not to sleep. Moreover, when you continuously sleep late, you open yourself up to chronic health conditions like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. So, as a young man planning to crush your goals, you also need to prioritize adequate sleep to enhance your productivity, resilience, and success in your pursuits. Bad habit number 8, fast foods. In today's world, life has become so busy that even eating has become a problem. And when a young man makes time to even eat, he wants to grab something fast. But fast foods are usually high in calories, unhealthy fats, sodium, and do not contain essential nutrients like the vitamins, the minerals, or the fibers that our body needs. So you realize that in today's world, once a young man starts an office job, the weight gain starts and the pot belly or one pack begins to manifest. Now, this is a health risk because when this happens, you are closing the gap between you and obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes. Also, you experience fluctuations in your levels and moods because fast foods have more refined carbohydrates and low complex carbohydrates and proteins that lead to spikes and crashes in your blood sugar levels. So, again, your focus, concentration, and productivity are going to suffer. Moreover, some of the financial difficulties or issues you're experiencing as a young man could be because you spend so much of your budget on fast food because you think it is convenient and affordable. But do the math on how much you spend within the month on fast food alone and leave a comment below whether the figure you see is still affordable. So as a young man, you should rather prioritize diets rich in whole nutrients. Womanizing. When you engage in promiscuous relations with multiple women without sincere emotional commitment, it doesn't make you the guy. Unfortunately not. It doesn't, like most men think. Rather, you are only using and objectifying women, which lead to hurt feelings and strained relationships. This habit or behavior can damage trust and intimacy in future relationships. And you might not be able to develop a meaningful connection with somebody, especially for marriage. Also, when you engage in this bad habit, you throw your reputation in the mud within your social circles and professional networks. Remember, you are not an island. You do not know where the next big deal or contract is going to come from. Again, someone fronting as the guy because of his multiple sexual escapades without any true meaningful emotional intimacy or connection may experience feelings of emptiness and loneliness. Don't let womanizing and how they carry themselves in public fool you in thinking otherwise. As a young man, when you focus on short-term pleasure It may prevent you from investing your time and energy into meaningful pursuits like your education, career advancement, and personal development. So, stop slacking. Rather, choose respectful and meaningful relationships based on mutual trust, respect, communication, and emotional connection if you want to get ahead. The most important bad habits that any man must break if he wants to get ahead in this life is neglecting God. Believing in God is the ultimate because we did not come into existence by ourselves. Think about it. Someone made us, and this is God. And to know this person and to connect with him would really give meaning to your life. However, most young men think they can do all things by themselves, that their lives are theirs and they live it as they please. And that is the big problem. You see, all the bad habits I talked about previously can be managed or prevented once you give your life to Christ. Believing in God gives you guidance and direction in life. Faith in God can help you navigate through life's challenges, make decisions, and pursue goals that are in alignment to your purpose or your values and beliefs. Trusting in God's plan and providence also gives you strength and resilience in the face of adversity. You can persevere through difficulties and bounce back from your setbacks if you believe and trust in God. Believing in God teaches you principles like morality, integrity, and ethical behavior, which helps you as a young man in your professional pursuits or even in your family life because it makes you an honest person. And Christianity also teaches us love and compassion for others. So faith in God or accepting Christ as Lord and personal Savior has these benefits and more for any young man who wants to get ahead in life. So if you haven't received Him yet, then I encourage you to try Him and experience life in a whole different and new dimension. So there you have them, gentlemen. These are some 10 bad habits that every young man needs to break if he is tired of feeling stuck and wants to progress in life. If you found this video useful, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already by way of supporting us. Also, leave a comment below which bad habits did we miss. Share with us and let us know whether this video has been useful or not. It's been Dapper Up, y'all. I'll see you in the next video.